Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best Gabber in the biz. The Netflix era of Raw for WWE has officially begun, and the first show was certainly a hoot. A lot of stuff went down. A huge, great personal grudge match to end the show. Our real tribal chief has finally been crowned, and the greatest of all time says that we'll see him win one last go-around to achieve history. Guys, don't worry. Everything that happened here on the show tonight, we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to gab about it. So let's get into it. Overall, a squad that had a very successful night tonight is the Bloodline. Main event, Jey Uso, yeet. Ended up defeating Drew McIntyre after a great freaking entrance, which even Michael Cole was yeeting all over the freaking announce table. His old ass was having me like terrified for him to like be like, yo dude, don't fall. It's crazy. And then earlier in the night, thanks to some assistance from both friggin' Zayn and Jimmy, which was expected, and Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns ends up defeating Solo to finally earn back the Ula Fala, and is now the undisputed official, then, now, forever, until he says he doesn't want to be, our tribal chief. Now, I knew Zayn and Jimmy were going to show up to take out Jacob and Jimmy. Awesome sequence there when they like hit the super kick and haluva kick and then the spear near fall. But what I didn't expect, when I started hearing the rumblings, I was like, oh, that's probably Drew McIntyre, and then Jay shows up. But no, it was Kevin Owens coming to screw Reigns, which was an awesome, like, kind of little, oh, okay, I get it, that's cool. And then Cody fights him off, and then Reigns ends up getting the dub. And The Rock is actually the one that puts the Ula Fala onto Roman Reigns, and, you know, they do the handshake of family. And that's pretty much it. Roman Tribal Chief once again. And as for Rock, basically, he said it without saying it, kind of just how he acted all night, hugging Cody Rhodes, being The Rock, being just regular Dwayne Johnson. He basically, through that, was like, hey, I'm not going to show up at WrestleMania without actually saying that. You know, Moana 2 actually did really good at the box office, and he has to reshoot some scenes for the live-action Moana, which probably won't do so well, and then he'll come back after that. But I think it's probably going to be how it is. Rock ends up probably not doing Mania, and it creates a huge domino effect, which includes stuff like CM Punk, who says he's going to win the Rumble, not going to win the Rumble, and it leads to him fighting Roman Reigns in either Night 1 or Night 2's main event, because that favor is still going to be called upon. But hey, at the end of the day, the world has healed, because our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, is finally back on top. So, I hate you, Solo! Guys, a lot of good things happen on Raw tonight, and some bad things as well, like Hulk Hogan friggin' showing up out of the blue.
What?
Friggin' booed out the arena. That shit was just embarrassing. Learn how to read the room.
You stupid dick!
Just anybody in the company. That just was not a good idea, but a great thing that happened. Rhea Ripley has set us free. It is finally over. Rejoice, she has won back the Women's World title off Liv Morgan, and the feud is finally over. I love it. And then next week they announced that Finn versus Priest is going to come to an end. I'm like, yes, these are the best 2 weeks ever. This could finally die. We don't need this anymore. God dang it. Overall, like, Liv didn't do a bad job as champion, but it just got hampered by this feud. I mean, my God, it just, it was just, I'm just glad it's over. I'm just so glad it's over. Sheesh. Mommy is back on top. Dom unfortunately got his ass whooped. Jesus, every freaking time. But, hey, like I said, the world is healed. Rhea, great job. It's like I can breathe again. Guys, tonight it was the main event, Punk versus Rollins. First time in over 10 years. A lot has changed with them. And overall, they had a very, very good match here tonight on Raw, which was worthy of the main event. And again, like, I wanted Seth to win. I felt like he needed to win more. But as expected, Punk ends up getting the victory. And now he will move on to try and win the Royal Rumble match. But like I said previously, the Rock domino effect of not being at WrestleMania has created multiple scenarios, which is the most likely one that they plan for. And honestly, even if Rock was going to be competing in Mania, Punk, it wouldn't have been fighting for a championship anyway, because he's going to be fighting Roman Reigns. You saw it because that's why they did Punk and Rollins here, because that was the original plan for those two for Mania. But they pivoted to be like, after the huge reaction of Punk and Roman back at War Games, to be like, we want to do Punk and Roman. We're doing a favor. And so when Punk and Roman interact in that Rumble, Reigns probably eliminates Punk, and then he's going to be like, Paul, I know what my favor is. Give me a main event. Give me a main event of WrestleMania match with Roman Reigns. I get my main event, and I get to kick Roman's ass and show why I'm the better Paul Heyman guy. Enough said, but don't get twisted. Punk beat Rollins. He's not beating Roman. Roman beats Punk every time. There is no world. I would not be happy at all, because it would be stupid for Punk to beat Roman. I'm sorry. Like, there's no world. Roman beats Cena, Brock, and like all these other guys, but they lose to Punk. It's like, come on, dude. No. Roman wins that match. As for Seth, he most likely will probably end up getting a world title shot against Gunther. Though, I guess again, if I had the pen, I'd be like, but saying is I'm gonna go over SmackDown, I'd be like, yo, do Zayn, Gunther, Seth for the world title, triple threat. Zayn wins. But is what it is at the end of the day. Congrats to Punk on the victory. But yeah, Rock not showing up in Mania is gonna make Punk's road to WrestleMania main event still a little hard regardless.
Makes me sick.
Guys, I said Punk ain't winning the Rumble, so who the hell is gonna win the Rumble? It's the greatest of all time, John Cena. He did it, man. He spun it again. He had us. He was like, dudes, as for a 17th world title win, it's not gonna happen. He's like, it's never gonna happen. I'm sorry. He's like, all right, I shouldn't say never because anything can happen. And then it just started. And he's like, okay, well, let's move never away. It would be a miracle for me to actually win. I mean, like, I'd have to win Money in the Bank or survive the Chamber or win the Royal Rumble. Wait a second. What if I enter the Royal Rumble? He's like, what if I enter the Royal Rumble and I win? What if I enter the Royal Rumble and win, punch a ticket to a main event world title shot, my last one and my last WrestleMania fight, Gunther or Cody Rhodes, probably Cody, and actually win and become a 17-time world champion? That is what's going to happen. I don't care what number he comes in. Cena is winning the 2025 Royal Rumble, and it looks like it's probably going to be Cody with the new No Rock plan. So, Cody, count your days. Hell, even if it ends up somehow beating Gunther, still, whatever. Count your days. Cena is coming to WrestleMania to win his first world title. Don't worry, Logan Paul ain't going to eliminate him. No one's going to get insane heat from eliminating Cena. Cena's winning his not once, not twice, his record third Rumble, tying it with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he is going to WrestleMania, and he is going to have this farewell tour, at least 2 or 3 months of it, be as a world champion. So let's freaking go. You can't see me, never give up, hustle, loyalty, respect, all the taglines in the world. The last time is now, and the last time is now to make history and at WrestleMania for the 17th time. Say,
The champ is here!
okay, you guys, that is the first Raw on Netflix. We are done. Put it in the rearview mirror. We are done. It's only a few weeks until Saturday night's main event, the second one, and then a week after that, it's Royal Rumble, which I already said who's winning that. But before we get to that, we got Dynamite this Wednesday as the road to Grand Slam Australia continues, and we got a Casino Gauntlet to determine who will face Jon Moxley next week at Maximum Carnage for the AEW World Championship. MJF is going to speak live, and Kenny Omega will speak live for the first time since coming back at World's End after literally surviving diverticulitis and having a banger of a match against Gabe Kidd back at Wrestle Dynasty. Let's effing go. Guys, you're not going to want to miss any of these shows going down, and you're certainly not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. And if you don't like it, cope. But you already know how it is. 24/7, 365. Then when it comes talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe right here. So, like I said, great first Raw of the year. Cannot wait to see what happens throughout the rest of it. But we got more stuff to deal with, and it starts with Dynamite this Wednesday for the Casino Gauntlet. So maybe Ospreay's just going to win the whole thing again. But hey, anyway, deuces, buces, and I will see you guys after Dynamite this Wednesday to see who wins the Casino Gauntlet.